Valentine's night, you came over, made sure you ate. And then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate. In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate.
Auntie, she was just raising a quick concern. She was just saying something that, next time when you finish eating, Auntie, just bring your plate if you can. She even said, I'm sorry, Mommy. And then, this is why I'm scared to marry into a Nigerian family. Because they're too hot-headed over a plate. If this was, Ghanaian, we'd be like, yes, please, although I'm not Ghanaian, but, why is Nigerian moms and, sorry, Auntie, Igwebu. She should have went to go and hold her auntie's leg and be like, sorry, Mommy, huh? And then summoned Aki and Papa on the television. Mommy, we watch television together. Nollywood, okay? Okay.
I know a lot of you have seen that video of a lady confronting her mother-in-law, her Nigerian mother-in-law, and saying that the way the mother-in-law was expecting her to pick up her plate when she was over at their house for dinner on Valentine's Day, and the mother goes into this rage mode. She starts screaming and saying, you must respect me. You have to respect me. If you're going to marry my son, you have to respect me. And they just, in my head, I was like, African mother-in-laws are something else. Oh my God. First of all, ma, why are you in your son's house on Valentine's Day? Don't you have a husband? Don't you have a husband of yours who can take you out? If you're a widow, go and find joy elsewhere. Why are you in my house during Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is for me and my man. Why are you in my house? At dinner time, a time where we should be getting it sexy. You're there with your big mouth. I had to filter because it's my mother's age. What do you mean you're in my house during Valentine's Day? The only explanation I will entertain of my mother-in-law being in my house on Valentine's Day, if it happens to be the son's birthday as well, that I can take off, or my child's birthday, things like those. But just a random Tuesday and you're in my house for dinner, you got to be joking. That aside, I cannot date or marry a man whose mother's going to stress me. I cannot. When I used to date, I used to ask men their relationship with their mothers. And if you have a stubborn mother-in-law, you can tell based on how the boy is explaining the mom. I cannot. The relationship is going to stress me. Your son is going to stress me. I'm going to have your grandkids, mortgages, death in the family, illnesses, career, responsibilities, changing the world. And on top, I have to add you as my mother-in-law. You got to be joking. You have to be joking. Oh my God. So I recently came back from vacation and my boyfriend's parents stayed in our house because they live in a different city. So they were doing a little bit of a change of environment. And also we have a plant that needed to be watered. So they stayed over. And when we came back, the house was clean. The laundry that we left was done and folded, including my innerwears. My boyfriend's mom folded my innerwears and my boyfriend's boxers and were arranged properly. And then I come across such a video of a mother stressing a child that is not even yours. Imagine you surviving your African parents. And then in your adulthood, you marry a man whose mother is going to traumatize you. You have to be joking. You are joking.
The only thing that the Family or Fiancé show reminds me of is that when I was 11, I fought my aunt because she dared to hit me. And culturally, that's acceptable. But I personally did not think that was acceptable. I was 11 and I had very, very clear boundaries on who could punish me. And it did not involve my aunt who I saw once every 10 years. So when I hit her back, she was shocked and she was like, oh my gosh, you don't hit your elders. And I was like, well, bitch, stop fucking hitting me. Right? And she hit me again and I hit her again. And she kept saying this is not how you behave. This is not how you behave. And I said, yeah, hit me again. Hit me again. Watch if I don't hit you back. That's not the only time I've ever fought adults or even went toe-to-toe. I actually had a very bad habit of doing that. But yeah, that mother-in-law should consider herself very lucky that she didn't end up with a daughter-in-law like me, because I would totally have taken care of that situation. I would beat both her ass and her son's ass, because how dare you put me in that situation? I might even beat my own ass, because how did I find myself in that situation?
So you're telling me because your American fiance asked how come she's required to play the servant role and pick up your mother's plate when your mother has good working hands, you're telling me that that grandmother had the right to denigrate that poor girl, yell at her in the name of culture. So because of culture, we're going to act like it's okay for an elderly person to lose their mind, to lose their manners, to forget their Christ-centered values. Because they ask, how come you cannot take your plate? I've cooked for you, I've run all types of errands for you to take your plate 2 feet to the kitchen now. It has become cultural assault. There are so many things that we continue to condone in the name of culture. But guess what? Cultures change. We can actually decide that, you know what, let us review this thing that we are calling culture and let's see what kind of change we can make. Because of culture, if a boy should bring a girlfriend home and introduces him to his mom to say, Mom, this could be my wife, because of culture, she must become and transform into a servant. When she gets there, she must decide, oh my God, let me go and scrub the house. Let me go and help mommy cook. In fact, mommy will not cook. I'll say, Mommy, sit down, let me finish cooking, just so I can audition for the glorious position of wife to your son, because of culture. Why do we like to pretend that there are many aspects of this our so-called culture that are highly misogynistic? Why do we pretend as if we don't foster animosity between mother-in-laws and potential wives? Now, the irony of this entire thing was the mother was using culture as a premise to excuse her terrible behavior. But my question is, does the girl not have culture? The irony is you left the land of your original culture, okay? You crossed over and you immigrated to a new place that has a different culture from you. The girls from that culture, and instead of respecting that culture by understanding that they support women's rights and they're not as sexist as you, you want to impose your toxic culture. From the girl's culture, she cannot understand why an able-bodied elderly somebody cannot carry their plate to the sink. So she's confused. So she asked, why can't you take your dish to the sink? And it became a cultural war. What about her culture? Why is your culture the one that we have to carry on top of our head? And the last question I pose to you, if our culture is so great that it doesn't require updates, why are you in a different country? That's the other thing. There are people in the comment section saying, oh, mommy should not have shouted, but culturally speaking, why, she shouldn't have asked mommy about carrying her plate to the sink. You guys should use your head. Is everything that is in the culture very good? If the culture is so great, how come we don't have the happiest women in life? The question posed by this girl is one that stems from critical thinking. Why do we continuously require young women who are auditioning for wives to take on so much labor? Why is it that when you see a young woman that's coming to a family to marry, she's expected to become magical slave? It's our culture, it's our culture. Shebi, you are abroad. If the culture was so great, Shebi, the country will be moving forward. It's not. At some point, you have to admit the culture is very poisonous. Update your lives, I beg. Culture.
I'm sure by now we've all seen the video of the Nigerian mother-in-law shouting at that African-American lady on TikTok. I am your mother-in-law. When I tell you to bring the plate, you bring the plate. When I tell you to wash the plate, or whatever it is they were arguing about. It is our culture. It's our... You see one thing about horse. Actually, wait. Why am I saying horse? I have to let you know I'm Nigerian, Abi. We've got age factor. I play too much. But you know one thing about us Nigerians, yeah? We use disrespect as culture. Like, the amount of cultures we have, even me as a Nigerian, I've missed it. I've forgotten it. Because, boy, no mother-in-law is talking to me like that. You and who? No mother-in-law is talking to me back. Because what are you? I don't care how old you are. You're not going to speak to me like that. That's disrespectful. You're not going to speak to another human like that. And honestly, this is one thing I always say to non-Nigerians that marry into Nigerian family. These are part of the edicts you're going to face. We've seen it all over social media where some ladies have come out to talk about, oh my God, marrying into Nigerian, besides the Nigerian man. Sometimes they even marry an amazing Nigerian man, but it is the family members, the way they give them hell. And we call it culture. Come on, we need to stop this behavior. We need to stop it. It's not good. We need to stop it. You're giving patients Ozoku. Come on. You're giving Madagagu. Stop. All of Nigerians and all Nigerian women are not like this. Stop spoiling us and making us look like we are witches and wizards when we're not. Some mother-in-laws, even us Nigerians, some of us Nigerian women, I'm sorry, we cannot marry into certain family. The minute I meet a mother-in-law and she's acting like Patience Ozoku or she's acting like Madagagu like that, I'm leaving your son. Because Kilode.
Bro, I've been trying to record this damn video talking about that family or fiance clip with the Nigerian mother-in-law. I have tried so many times, And every time I start talking, I go into a full-blown rage. So let me start with this. As a Nigerian woman, there is no law anywhere that requires you to be the only person that can pick up after your mother-in-law. I don't care if it's Yoruba, if it's Igbo, if it's Hausa, if it's, Ishan, any of them. There is none. Also, anytime an African elder mentions respect your elders at an inappropriate time, they do not want respect. They want obedience. They are going to beat you into submission. She is beating you into submission so that when she dies, you are going to take her place, taking care of her useless ass son. It really was telling for me when she brought the issue, the fiance brought the issue up about the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law immediately starts yelling and only gets higher. The son is pulling her outside, and as he's pulling her outside, he's like, oh, she's gonna respect you, He is enabling that behavior, and it is not going to get better. Typically, when you're trying to marry into a family, it's still almost like an audition. Like, you put your best foot forward. If that is her best foot forward, baby, she gonna kill you. And then after that, I watched the second clip because I only seen the first clip. And the second clip, her useless ass, coconut head ass, apple headed ass son gonna say, not only do we have to go and beg for forgiveness, we have to do it on our knees. We have to kneel down. I'm gonna let you know right now. It'll be a below freezing day in hell before I kneel down before any man or any bitch. And yes, I'm calling his mama a fucking bitch, because fuck you and fuck your useless ass son. I will kneel down before Satan himself before I kneel down before you. I am so glad that I was not raised to be male-centered, and I was not raised to be obedient. Because if that mama came at me the way she was coming off, I'll beat her motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck if they call the whole village against me, bitch. Who the fuck are you? I'm so, my head fucking hurt. Like, literally, when I tell you, when I saw that clip, I threw my phone down and just had to walk around the fucking room. Because first of all, you want me to apologize to your bitch ass mother when I know I wasn't wrong. And all I did was bring up the fact that you was upset and you was talking to me fucking reckless. And then you want me to get on my knees? Baby, I'll become an international incident in Nigeria. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to show up on AIT and NTA, all of the news sites. I will be a Nigerian fucking problem, bitch. Don't ever in your motherfucking life talk to me like that. I'm telling you right now, if you accept this now, this is the best you're gonna get. Because when it comes time for your engagement, she's gonna be there. Because first of all, why the fuck was that bitch with you on Valentine's Day? When you guys get married, she's wearing white to your wedding. She's gonna have a mother-son dance, and it's gonna be some inappropriate song. Like, I can't even think of a song right now, but like, and I will always love you type shit. If y'all decide to have kids and you're pregnant and it's time to give birth, she's going to require that she is in that room when you deliver. When you are postpartum in the home, a dinner plate size wound in your uterus. Dinner plate size, a literal hole in your fucking body. Laying down with a fucking diaper, bleeding out. She's going to expect you to get the fuck up and serve not only your husband, but her as well. I'm telling you right now, do not marry into that fucking family. Honestly, at your exit, you need to open hand slap both of them, because they got me fucked up. I'm just... The thought of my man coming to me and saying I have to apologize to his mama that was wrong, and I have to get on my knees, bitch. I will kneel before Satan. I will become Satan before I kneel down between you. See, I can't even get my fucking words out. I'm so fucking mad. I didn't even finish the fucking clip because I went to go try and finish the shit. And she literally on her knees. Girl, that shit pissed me off. I'm about to whoop her ass too. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Like, y'all gotta stop romanticizing these Nigerian men and, oh, he pays for everything. He takes care of you, whatever. Like, okay, great. But does he come from a good family? That's your fucking future. You will never be number one in your own fucking household. Odds are the mama's gonna move in with y'all. The mama was already with y'all on Valentine's Day. She probably sat in the cuck chair while y'all was getting down. Like, that's fucking crazy. You said, not only do I have to apologize for nothing, now you want me to get on my busted knees for your bitch ass mom. The only way I'm getting on my knees is literally to do a leg sweep and sweep that bitch like she fall on the fucking floor. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, actually. Get on your knees and apologize. I don't get on my knees and apologize to my parents. Why the fuck would I do it for a fucking stranger? Bitch.